Good evening and welcome to Jasper. So we're going to make you fresh mozzarella tonight. We're the only restaurant that I know that makes tableside mozzarella. I start with plain cheese curds, nothing but boiled milk and rennet. I add a little bit of sea salt to it, and you're saying, oh my God, is he crazy? How much sea salt are you putting in there? And I tell everybody this, I'm going to leave 95% of the salt in there and 95% of the fat in there, so I'm going to make this truly artisan style. I add boiling water to that. Immediately, everything's starting to work right now, but what I like the most, the fat's starting to come to the top. So what's happening right now, I'm going to separate in just a few minutes the curds from the whey. I'm going to make this low fat and low salt, believe it or not. So this is truly artisan style mozzarella. In the meantime, I have some of the most beautiful heirloom tomatoes. They're grown locally in Kansas City by my friends over at Baum's Tomatoes, and they are unbelievable. I actually get to go pick the tomatoes with the family. Look at this one. I actually picked this morning. This is a Russian black tomato. So we'll slice that. Look at the color of that. And then I have a big yellow pineapple tomato, so we'll put a little bit of that. So everything on the cart we try to do as much local ingredients. I even grow my own basil for the insalata caprese with the mozzarella that I'm going to be making you soon. This was a beautiful one too. This right here is a Sicilian tomato, and we love that. Look at the inside of that. So we'll slice this also. In the meantime, our mozzarella is all starting to work together. Right now what's happening, everything's coming together. So at this point probably we're just about 30 seconds or so away from the most magnificent, the easiest cheese in the world, but the beginning of all cheese, what I call pasta filata. So the water is about 210 degrees when you put it in here. I am actually going to start pulling the mozzarella now at this time. Everything's going to start coming together. Anything left over in here, we recook. That's ricotta. And ricotta, of course, goes in ravioli and lasagna, etc. So I start working this, and as I work the cheese, I develop the proteins, and that's what gives our cheese the flavor. So we just continually work this together. In about another minute, everything's really going to be well blended, but I'm looking for a silky outer surface and a warm, creamy center at this time. So I just keep putting it back in to our whey. We separate the curds from the whey a few minutes ago, but now we don't really work with the whey any longer here. It's just starting to come together. So about 2 minutes. A couple more times. I'm going to put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some balsamic vinegar on top of the tomatoes, some fresh basil from my garden, and we're going to have what I call insalata caprese, or the real true classical mozzarella salad. One more time, and now I start stretching and pulling the cheese. We're looking for that nice silky outer surface, and we're almost there. The term mozza in Italian actually means to cap off, and that's what we're going to do. When you go to a grocery store, you get the fresh mozzarella, but it's sitting in the whey and it's chilled. This is the true classical mozzarella right here. And there's your mozzarella ball, just like that. I'll slice that. A little fresh basil, extra virgin olive oil from our friends over at Tasteful Olive, sea salt from Trapani, Sicily, a little cracked black pepper, balsamic demi-glaze. I cooked the balsamic vinegar down. And now the fresh basil. And I'm Sicilian, and we grow a lot of basil, and we love basil. So you'll notice in some of the other dishes at the restaurant that we have a lot of basil in it. And there you have it, insalata caprese, or what I call the fiore di latte, the flower of the milk. The tableside mozzarella salad at Jasper's. Enjoy yourselves.